And once more today, I am live to do a show, which honestly, it's been a long day, hasn't it? At least for me, has. God. Anyway, qualifying. We're going to qualify for Formula One for the Grand Prix for tomorrow. After sprint qualifying yesterday and the sprint earlier today, I am excited for this one. I'm nervous as hell because it's also a question if we're going to be able to continue our form. But my God, we have looked good, haven't we? 1-2 in the sprint, 1-3 in sprint qualifying yesterday. McLaren is back, and I am very happy with it, if I'm being quite honest. Oh, Bortoleto was disqualified. Okay, that's news. Well, there's that. Oh, man. Um, okay, all due respect to you, Alan McNish, I don't want to listen to you right now. Um, yeah, this weekend has been going extremely well for us so far. I've been very happy, of course, with the results, and I'm legit looking forward to qualify. Excuse me, to qualifying because I think we might actually get pole. Mercedes has not looked as dominant at all, um, and we're up there. And it's still hopefully going to be somewhat exciting between us and Mercedes because Mercedes is still quick. They should be quick. Um, but after and I know it's only the sprint and sprint qualifying, so it's two competitive sessions. It's not that much to go off, but yeah, we have two competitive sessions and we look good. We look strong. We look like we can actually, take the fight to Mercedes this year, this season, based on these sessions alone. I know that's a very knee-jerk reaction. I know that there are a lot of other factors involved in actually being able to challenge for a world championship, but it's looking strong. It's looking good for us, as long as we don't have any technical gremlins anymore. But hey, we'll have to wait and see for that. So yeah, no, it's looking very positive. I'm very very happy with it. So let's see. I did predictions earlier, and I'm just curious because already some of these predictions are not aging too well. So let's see. Let's view the predictions. Uh, on the podium, the first question. Ah, I have two right already. One is first sprint of 2020, second sprint of 2026. Where does Lando Norris finish? I said on the podium. That was correct. I mean, it was pretty easy to predict that, but I got it correct. And I also activated my chip, so I get double points for that. So that was the good one. And in sprint, who finishes higher? Gasly. Well, of course, Gasly. He finished in the points. I knew he would. This Alpine team is looking much better. And then all the other predictions are TBD, yet to happen. Um, the most direct one is which driver takes pole position. I changed my tune to Lando Norris because, of course, I did predictions earlier in the week on Wednesday, and I think I said that George would take pole. I am not seeing George taking pole. George has looked very unconvincing this weekend, and I'm actually kind of surprised at how unconvincing George has looked. Like, he won the first race of the season. Did he get complacent after that? Did he think, oh, I'm just going to win this on my experience? George, that's not how it works. You are only going to win if you put in the work because there are several drivers on the grid that are better than you. I think George is a good driver. Don't get me wrong. Like it's no mean feat to win Formula 3, Formula 2 2 years in a row and then get into Formula One and do what he did in a very shitty Williams car back in 2019. And he was unlucky that he wasn't promoted to the main Mercedes team for a while. So, like, okay, then you get into the main Mercedes team and then you beat Lewis Hamilton. Great. Now now it's actually flipped because he was a young rookie coming into that Mercedes team and he beats his older teammate. Now we have Kimi doing the exact same thing with him after just 1 year. So George, how about you wake the fuck up and actually get into this title battle? You have the fastest car. You're supposed to do something. It's kind of crazy that we're at that point now. After the first race, everyone was like, "Oh, George Russell already won the title already after the first race." I'm glad that it's not turning out that way. I'm really glad about that because we were all thinking, "Oh, this is going to be a 2014 Mercedes all over again." One thing to remember, though, 2014 Mercedes was at least exciting between the two teammates battling somewhat. Lewis did have the title wrapped up, let's be fair, a race before the end. And the only reason that it wasn't official is because they had the stupid double points rule for the final race. But anyway, that's in the past. We are going to qualify for the Miami Grand Prix. Right now, it's 2026. The regulations have been altered. Hopefully, these alterations are better. It's looking good. It honestly is looking like these alterations are better, and I'm happy about the fact that these that they have adjusted their tune. That Formula One wasn't stubborn and was like, oh, we're just gonna silence fans online. We're gonna block comments on our tweets, that kind of stuff. No, they were like, okay, let's listen to what the fans are saying and make sure that we actually adapt and adjust. Because let's be fair, regulations were absolute ass. And and by the way, this has nothing to do with the fact that I'm a McLaren fan and all of a sudden we're doing better after the alterations. No, they were objectively bad because they cut away from an onboard pole lap, not showing a full onboard pole lap for the first time ever. They um, they were also dangerous in addition to that. They were very dangerous considering that the crash that Behrman suffered in Suzuka was very scary. I'm glad that he's back racing again this weekend, even though he doesn't look particularly competitive. I'm not sure if he might be still feeling some of the repercussions of that crash, but you never know. At least he's here. He's racing. But Haas does not look good, and Cadillac has not looked good, and that for a home race is not great. But what are you going to do? Sounds from outside. This is what you get if you live in the city center. All right. The the show hosts are predicting McLaren on pole. I'm predicting McLaren on pole. I'm predicting Lando. It it does seem, by the way, that Lando is ahead of Oscar this weekend by a fairly comfortable margin. It's not like Oscar, Oscar last year was very good around Miami. The year before that, he was actually pretty good around Miami as well. So I'm honestly a little just I'm just wondering like why is that? What went wrong, Oscar? Like Oscar's quick, sure, but he's just not at Lando's pace. I do need to drink it. Like I was able to eat between the last show and now, and I haven't had a little bit of lemonade. Warm today. Oh, it was also predicted to rain. Is it gonna rain? Ooh, it's about to rain hard in 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 to 20 minutes. It's gonna rain hard for a little bit. Well, I hear that. It's loud enough. Oh shit. I was why do I turn on the pre-race show and then forget to why are we here again? Why are we whatever. And there is the intro. Anyway, if you're watching this stream, thank you for watching. Leave a like on the stream. It helps the channel. Subscribe to the channel for more Formula One content. Also, Formula Two this weekend, and when Formula Three is back in a couple of weeks' time, couple of months' time, I feel. Then I'm gonna cover Formula Three as well. So if you're interested in any of that, subscribe to the channel. Sign off in the chat if you're here. What are your predictions? Let me know. I wanted to do something, and yeah, I can't remember what I wanted to do. Um, yeah, I don't remember what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, the rich history of Miami since 2022. I really like the 2020 season where they went back to a couple of tracks that had not been in the calendar for a very long time, and all of a sudden you would see Prost and Senna in the latest winners. That was really fun. By the way, none of this may matter. It's entirely possible that the race tomorrow gets canceled completely because of a thunderstorm, and there will be lightning, and they can't race. So, if that's the case, then at least I'm happy that we had a sprint. Now, we are still 6 and 6 in the championship. This is the deficit we need to make up. We have one of the best cars as of right now, and we're, you know, comfortably behind Mercedes and Ferrari. This is the situation. So Behrman is still seventh in the championship, like absolutely nowhere this weekend. Also, doesn't enjoy Miami. Okay, that's his problem. That's in 20 hours. Okay. The timing graphic messed up for a moment. Yeah. By the way, there are technical difficulties, or is that just me? But I'm going to go back 10 seconds. Just back 10 seconds. So we're not exactly live. Haas, Racing Bulls, both Cadillacs. All right, so the session started, and we have the slow cars out first. Typical. And by the way, I don't need to disrespect anyone, but let's be fair. These are the slower cars for the most part. The Cadillacs, the Haas, the Aston Martins. Oh, Bortoleto is out of his car. That car does not seem to be. Oh my God, more typical gremlins for Audi. Hulk's car in the sprint. Now Bortoleto. This Audi's not having a great time so far. Oh yeah, Bortoleto was disqualified. I mean, not that it matters much. He didn't really finish in a position too noteworthy. Perez is the first one to settle that time. Oh no, that's going to be Bottas, isn't it? At least Bottas is ahead of him on track, as far as I can see, and is also going for a lap. So I always find it weird, they follow one driver who's going on a lap, and then you see the little thing, and it's like, but wait, there's someone else in front of him who's also going for a lap. So why are we not following him? I always find that a bit weird when it comes to these graphics. No, Perez is quickest as of right now, and already that's beaten. Because someone else behind him is going quicker, which is no surprise because he is in Cadillac. Oh, Cadillac is just so slow. Gee, a lot of movement with the steering wheel. Jeez. Behrman went quickest, and he's almost 2 seconds quicker than Perez. Gladys is a second slower than Behrman, but still almost a second quicker than Perez. See, Stroll can't beat Perez because it's Stroll. Let's be fair. By the way, that's more so it has to do with smart. Okay, actually, Alonso is half a second quicker. So yeah, okay, it is Stroll. All disrespect to Stroll. Why is this guy still in Formula One? Anyway, Ocon is half a second off his teammate. Max has a purple sector. Sector one. What was, by the way, the pool time yesterday? One, qualifying results. 127.8. Max is purple and purple. Left steering movement. Azure goes top. Max is going to go top. 129.0. Both Ferraris are not as quick as Max. Lando is also not as quick as Max. Shaw in second, but 3/10 off. Quickest final sector, though. Lewis up next. Third, behind McLaren. Lando. Lando second. He's a lot closer to Max. But Max is still top. This is why Max is the best rider of the group. And there we have Oscar. They're not tracking his time. They wanted to, but they are not. This is like this. Yes, we know. If Norris just went over the line, we know that this has to be by Oscar. Oscar's going to start his flying lap now. Now Antonelli is going as well. Oscar is 3 tenths slower in the first sector. Not great. Antonelli is way quicker. 2/10 in the first sector. George also going. George is slower. Antonelli is quick then. Hmm. 7/10 Oscar. Jesus, pick up the pace. At least Lando is close. Antonelli lost some time in the second sector. 6, 9/10. That's Antonelli second. That's more like it. But Max still quickest with that time. George, 8th. Not good enough. George. Go big log up for L1. And then his senior also looks up. That Williams is looking woeful. Oh, Hulk on mediums. Interesting. Lawson up to 6th. It's a pretty decent lap. Here we have Albon. Jeez, Lawson into 6th. Ahead of a Red Bull, a McLaren, and Mercedes. How about that? Hold on. 10th. The Hulk is now on the soft. His quickest lap time was set on a medium attack. Hulk is pretty good here. Only 3 tenths off through 2 sectors. Seems like Watchalong is going to come out now. 7 minutes to go. Not a lot of time, but it's something. Behrman into fourth. Impressive. Hulkenberg up to seventh. Alonso 16th. Also, what's interesting, both Alpines haven't set a time just yet. Why are they leaving it so late? That's a bit risky. There are always like unknown factors that could potentially happen in a qualifying. Like, what if there's a crash, red flag, that kind of stuff? You leave yourself vulnerable. Gasly up to 12. Not great. Pinto to ninth. Better. Let's see. Shaw is not improving at all. He probably made a mistake in the second sector because he's 7 tenths down. Shaw broke off his lap. He's going to go for a cool down lap. Oh, what's also going to come out? Said that a couple of minutes ago, but he hasn't come out just yet, and it's very much up in the air. That's thunderstorm over here. See this thunderstorm that's going to flow to Miami for tomorrow. We do need this lap. I'm sure it's obvious to you. George Russell at risk. Go on, Oscar. Oscar improves his time, but is still slower than Max by a tenth. Yeah, let's see about George. George is actually quicker than Max's time. Oh, Oscar lost a lot of time. Shit. He lost half a second in the second sector. Oh my God, Oscar, come on. Doesn't improve. Oscar, what the hell? What is going on? Russell's at the seventh. That's better. Antonelli quickest. Jesus, there are so many cars trying to start a lap here. So Bortoleto is starting a lap, but only now, and this only chance. And he made a mistake and he went wide in the first one. Well, that's done. Bortoleto is going to be out probably. Warning flags call into follow failing to follow race instructor directions. Add your board. Well, there's the rain. Left into up to nine. I'll run up to 11. Lawson up to 10. Shaw up to second. Alcon up to 13th. Signs up to ninth. Oscar is in 16th. But what was Berlin Blacks out. Alonso breaks off. So, no. Paris, no. Oscar is through, but holy shit, that was close. By the way, it's really coming down now outside. It's a good thing that like certain teams are not as good, which is the reason that Oscar's it. But Oscar needs to turn it up, dude. Wake up! You were second in the sprint earlier. What happened to our pace? I mean, we saw this moment. Oh, and that's Bortoletto's engine on fire. Yeah, his car is on fire. Jeez. I, I can't believe how many technical issues Audi have had so far this season already. Like, this is last year's take. Like, this was Sauber, and they seem to be nowhere, or at least they seem to have so many issues. Oscar, I need you to block in. I need to wake up because that wasn't good enough, and you know it. God. Start of Q2 will be delayed. Well, for any moment, I'm going to take a bathroom break. Really, can I, like, insert text on screen? See, that's not the one. No. Bathroom break. Consumed. The start of Q2 is delayed. I'll be back in a moment. All right, I'm back. It is raining hard out. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened with Oscar, but it wasn't good enough. It's a good thing that he can go again, but I am concerned. All right, Q2 has started. Hedger is out first, and Max. All right, Max is going to start his lap here. Oh, bit cutty. Come on, connection, work. Technical gremlins. Also, I gotta say, I have no idea if it's technical gremlins on my end or their end on the 4.1. There we go. Is it so difficult to just get the timing tower up when people are starting to set times? I don't understand why. They don't just pull up the timing tower and show the time because in this case we have. There you go. Did that absolutely kill you? 128.9. Anyway, not a great time. Shell's going quick. First, 3 tenths quicker, almost 4 tenths. Lewis, quickest, 65 thousandths quicker than Shaw. Did Lionel make a mistake? Oh, yeah. Wobble. Oscar, I need you to lock in right the fuck now. Oscar is 10 slower than Lewis's time. That's not terrible. That's way better than what he did in Q1, I should say. And Stanley is quickest so far through 2 sectors. Oscar up to third. Yeah, that's better. That's more like it. It's still not a great time, but it's more like what I expect from him. Jimmy goes quickest by time. George up to third. Oh, Oscar has outqualified Lando in every session. At least Grand Prix qualifying, not sprint. But that's interesting. Interesting stuff. No, thank you, Jolien. We know. Yeah, yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because we're not looking as good. I don't know why. I was very excited for the session. Again, it kills you. Come on, Lando. Oh, quicker than Lawson. But what is Lawson's time? I have no idea. They again remove the timing. I don't understand why they remove the times. Show the times and the gaps. It gives us an idea of where they are. Otherwise, like I know their full name. It's like remove. There you go. Did that kill you? So apparently he's 6 tenths quicker than Lawson, which would still be 6 tenths slower. But okay, I gotta say I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, 7 tenths now. That would put him about fifth. It doesn't put him around the top four of Mercedes and Ferrari, even though I think, we should be. Why are we not faster? What the hell happened between sprint and this? Like, why are we all? Oh my God. Ninth? That's not good enough. That is not good enough. What the hell is happening? Why are we so much slower than before? I was so happy with the sprint. I was sprint volley. What happened? Oh, honestly, I'm worried. This is not looking good. Boy. Shall go. Why do we sit in the pit lane when there's a green light? Why are we not just going? This is the stupidest thing ever. I think if you sit in the pit lane and there's no car in front of you, you should get a penalty. You should get a 10 place grid penalty. I don't care who you are. You don't sit in the pit lane because there's a green light. You go. It is one of the most frustrating bullshit things in the history of the sport. Uh, I am so nervous. Why am I nervous for Q2? I should not be nervous for Q2. It's ridiculous. Antonelli is a tenth quicker than his own fastest time in the first sector. And George is absolutely nowhere. George, wow. Why is George all of a sudden just nowhere? Because it's not good enough. So Antonelli lost some time in the second sector. George is quick in the second sector, but you're not going to make up half a second all of a sudden. So that gap is the same, pretty much. Antonelli improves his time. George not good enough. Lost everything in the first sector. Fine. Sainz is comprehensively slower than Gasly's time. Charles quick in the first sector. Max is quick, quick as of anyone through two sectors. Sainz is 11th. That's out. Max goes quickest. Stroll, only third. Slower than Antonelli's time, even. Hulk, 11th, also out. The Sainz is out. Hulk out. Lawson, out. All right, then the two Haas and Albon are the question. Oscar is up to fourth. That's looking a bit better, but still, where did our pace go? Lewis is nowhere close to yellow sectors. It's not going to help you. Lando, Lando at the seventh. Okay. Still, 8 tenths. What is this? What the hell happened? Where did the pace go? Behrman, 13th and out. Ocon is out. And I only haven't seen Albon. Albon is out. All right. So the top five teams are still Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, and Alpine. Alpine is doing bits this weekend. Uh, that was a great prediction for me, by the way. Very happy with that one. But, my prediction of Lando on pole, absolutely the fuck not. But Max is quick, by the way. What a joke. Alex, Jesus. You know, Alex Albon is one of the weirdest drivers to get a gauge on when it comes to things he says because what, like, if you hear an interview with him, he's the nicest, most composed and calm guy ever. When he has a team radio, he can go off, he can pop off, he can just not mince words, be extremely like direct, crazy. But he still gave one of the most one of the funniest but also confusing team radios ever in Germany in 2020. They raised me so hard. Like, what the hell are you saying, dude? Is Max seriously about to get pole here? That would be crazy. Well, Q3 has started. Also, I'm sorry if this Watchalong is low energy, but I've had it long. I'm just I can't even be bothered to try and talk too much. Watching. Hmm. We're actually starting. All the cars were going first. That's interesting. Mercedes is just staying. Interesting strategies here. Oh, there's Max's sister as well. And then Max's sister's son? So there are two kids, and neither of them can be Max's kid. Max's kid is a couple of months old. Yeah, Max just decided to take his sister, his mom, and his girlfriend, and almost gonna split him. All right, go on, Oscar. So Oscar's gonna go first with the lap here ahead of Lando. Let's see, 30.0. Okay, it's a pretty decent time, I think, for the first sector. Lando 30.1. Let's see what Max does because Max has been very quick. Is Max going to be able to go under 30? Max 30.2. So Max is even slower, actually, than both of them. 103.7. That's all right. Oh, someone went quicker in the first sector. 103.3. Oh, that was a lot quicker through that second sector. 28.6. Max is quick through the second sector. Lando's second sector time, yeah, 28.1. He was still quicker through two sectors than Max. Shaw, Shaw is quick. Oh, by two thousandths of a second. Are you kidding me? Shaw goes quickest. Lewis third. Antonelli is quick. Well, Pinto is the sixth. Antonelli goes quickest, though, quite some margin. 27.7. That's quicker than Lando's full time yesterday. George only fifth. Ah, sorry, I'm a bit itchy. Well, you know what I find weird? Why is Antonelli only now going slightly quicker than yesterday's sprint quality time? That sprint quality time should be beatable, right? Or am I crazy? Oh, the margins are tiny between the Shaw, Max, Lando, and George. Rolling Stone. Also, by the way, I think this is kind of a stupid stat where they're like, ooh, Oscar has outqualified Lando in the Grand Prix format every single time, 3-0. Yeah, but in the sprint format, Lando has outqualified Oscar both times. So how relevant is that? Effectively, between five qualifying sessions, it's 3-2. That is better in terms of an indication of what the margins are really like, what the differences are really like. Because I would only assume that Oscar and Lando are close to one another in qualifying in a shape or form. Regardless if it's Grand Prix quality or sprint quality, that shouldn't matter. Oh, we're all going again. Mercedes is going to go first this time, ahead of us, and then Ferrari. And this is Hollywood. It was a Red Bull. Yeah, what Shaw did in 2022 really is going to tell us anything about what he does this year. Yeah, 2022 was a completely different season. I don't think it can be representative whatsoever of what Max is doing. But hey, Max is only going out with 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes to go. That is not a lot of time. Wow, wow. All right, so George is going to be the first driver across the line. Let's see what he can do. He has been behind the entire weekend. George has been behind Kimmy ever since Australia. Oh, Antonelli went very wide. slower than Antonelli. Antonelli's best time so far in the first sector. Yeah, Antonelli made a huge mistake, and he is breaking off his path. Antonelli is not going to improve, but I don't think he has to. I think his time. Oh no, George is fifth. That is terrible. That is just not good enough. 7 hills. Oh, next second. Oof, wow. Oh my God. Your fourth and second. What the fuck happened to our pace? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. We absolutely dominated sprint qualifying and the sprint. What happened? Oh, this is ridiculous. Max in second. That's interesting. Jesus Christ. Um, uh, I am going to call it right here. I am honestly not particularly in a mood right now to wait. I am very tired. The thing is, I've had a very long day of shows and shows and shows, and before that, I had like a workout and everything, and it's late, and I just want to chill and go to bed soon. So this was my watch along for qualifying. I'm sorry if it wasn't as high energy as some of the other qualifying or watch alongs. I can't even speak anymore. I can't even form words anymore. I'm very sorry that it has to end like this. And again, this has nothing to do with the fact that I'm also massively disappointed that McLaren was absolutely nowhere there. This is more so I am legit really fucking tired and I need to go to bed. So that was that. Check out the other watch alongs that I did earlier, where I was more higher energy. I can't speak anymore. Fucking hell! I just want to end the stream already. Check out the other watch alongs for F2 and F1 Sprint. Those were better. Check out my race watch along tomorrow. for both F1 and F2. I will be rejuvenated after I have a night's sleep, and I haven't had 4 shows in a row. So check that out. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in Formula 1 and Formula 2 and Formula 3 content like this right here. Please like the stream, leave a comment after the fact, and until tomorrow or whenever I see you, take care.